lunges, a lot more, working on my lower back. I have a lot of issues with my lower back, which is why I try to keep up on it. But again, I would recommend a minimum of 5 minutes, but more like 15 is good. And if you do more than 15, it's even better. Once I get my body warmed up. Now, how many people get warmed up, put your armor on, go do a couple warm-up fights, and then sit down for an hour before you get called out on the field? Has anybody ever done that? Everybody's done that. Okay. So, if that's the situation, which it is almost always is in most SCA events, you need to stay warm while you're not fighting. Okay? And that means a lot of times just picking up your sword and doing this. Okay? That means just picking up your sword, keeping it around. A lot of times I'll just hang my sword and just kind of go with it. A lot of times it means just kind of keep your back stretched out, Do little things like this. Rotate your hips around, every few minutes, whatever. Don't say sit down for half an hour or 20 minutes or something like that. If it's 15 minutes or longer, you sitting still and you're in armor waiting to fight or it's between rounds or whatever, get back up, stretch your back out, just let it hang. You don't have to do a lot of, these are not a lot of pushing stretches, these are a lot of hang, body weight type stretches. Let it hang, get it going, rotate it around, keep that shoulder loose, keep that shoulder way loose. Warming up your arm and everything is really important compared to warming your shoulder up. That's really where most of the strain is going to be at in the way we throw shots. So the other thing I really do is after warming up is that when I start focusing more on like I said, I start working with my sword and start feeling where my body is grabbing basically a tree or something, and I start doing a lot of slow work at a tree. So you also just watch here. Let me do this real quick. What I generally do is, and right-handers will be different, but you should be able to come up with what I would consider a couple of katas. You know what katas are?
Yeah.
In martial arts, they're a set form or something, a link of moves that you do together. And what I do is I can come up with my own katas for how I work. And I usually start by, again, this is basically the same stretching motions that I've been doing. And then I'll just pick a spot on the tree about, yay high on me. And I'm starting to work on things. And I'll start getting, my hips in motion. And then I'll start getting, the sword shots come across and they'll start unleashing things. Right? Trying to kill that spider. Man, you said I was trying to kill that spider. I wasn't trying to kill that spider. Oh, but thanks. Mouth to mouth. Jason's
He heard kill.
Okay, right. So for me as a left-hander, bread and butter shot is going to be the offside to the eye or the head, right? So start getting the shot coming over there. This is just with my hip. Shoulders, you can just kind of sit in here. And I just am holding on to the sword like this, really. I'm not even trying to do nothing with it. It's my shot one. Feel it come across. Feel it come across. Feel it come across. Okay, and I'll start taking the bounce out of it. Where I'm going to go with my next shot. One, two, three. Start on this side, get my onside shot. Push, let it go. Push, drive it in. Push, step. Start adding on. Okay, so it's basically a set of katas that I just repeat and I get into going on. And again, to get my body in line with the sword and feeling what I'm doing that day, get my weight underneath my hips right, to get my weight into the... So, thank you. That's the whole idea behind that. And I would highly recommend that each one of you kind of develop your own way of warming up your shots, whether it's standing like, I mean, I would recommend just getting a nice even stance so you can work things on both sides. Not necessarily has to be your sword fighting stance, just to kind of get things going. But what do you want to work? Yeah, you want to do Molonaise, you want to do work on your flat stance. Shot, a snapshot or a slot shot's not such a good thing to do on this. This is mostly about working in power generation. We generate power in lots of different ways. The way I teach to generate power basically is try to generate power from the ground up. Okay, you can generate power with doing little teardrops with the sword. You can do different things, But I always preach it from bottom up, and this is a good way to do it. So get your shoot at sword, figure out what's good for you. Start with one thing, and where you're going to the next thing. All my shots, I don't throw a lot of combinations, but I do throw a lot of singular shots that are in succession with each other, okay? This one shot's going to lead to another shot. This shot's going to go here. How am I picking the energy up from that shot, from the rebound, right? How am I picking the bounce off of this shot? Where is it going? Can I block with this, right? Can I take it to another shot? Can I take it to another shot here? Think about it, and this is a great mental warm-up too before you're going out on the field to fight. Know where you're at that day. Know what your body can do that day. Know what you may be having issues with that day. Maybe you aren't quite sure that you can pull this type of shot off or that type of shot off. Where are you at that day? And if you don't know where you're at that day, or if you have yet to be able to figure out that you're at 80% today, or 90% today, or man, you're at 105 today, everything's locked on, you need to pay more attention to your own fighting. Okay? Seriously. Everybody, if you had more than a year or two in armor, you should know by the end of when you get warmed up, when you're armored up, and when you're about ready to get called on the field, of what you're about fighting, where you're at that day. And if there's anything you're lacking at or anything you're excelling at, and how you need to either adjust for that, okay, or where you can use it, where you have to defend against a certain thing, whether you can use it to your advantage. Okay, does anybody have any questions so far? Yes, sir.
Try not to oppose, but if you're using an active shield or Florentine or Madu, do both shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
If you're doing the pinky pull theory, stretch your hands, because you will wear your hands out in the extension shot.
Yes. And I think I end up stretching more muscle groups out. But these are the big ones. The back, your legs, hamstring, your groin, and your shoulder. All right. And if you're going from there, that's great. Any other questions on that? Anybody have a question about the theory or what we're doing? So everybody's gonna promise to stretch more.
It's on video. Everybody promise.
Everybody promise.
Promise, guys.
Even in practice where everybody's just getting there and BSing around and throwing on armor and you look stupid because you're the only one stretching. Promise me, right?
Practice now starts 20 minutes earlier.
It starts whenever you get done. There's seriously plenty of times where I start stretching out and I realize that it's not going to work today, okay? So I may put on armor, I may fight, but it's just not going to be there. And that's just the nature of the beast, okay? None of us are professional athletes. We're not trainers. We have all this shit to go through. We all have to go to work on Monday at various jobs because we all have to learn how to get through this stuff. So you can go away from this class learning how to figure out what to stretch yourself better with and learning how to get your mind stretched. And as you're stretching out your arms and shoulders, how to start thinking about your shot mechanics, your body mechanics that day, and then do it. Just start doing it, get into the habit. It will increase your percentage of your fighting ability by a certain percent. I don't know what that percent may be for you, but I promise you it will make you a better fighter. Okay? All right.
Thank you, Rob.
All right.